Welcome to episode 66 of the Sons of Kojima podcast. With me is a group of sociopathic motherfuckers. First off, we has Mr. I'm always fizzed off, Dr. Fizz.
How's it going, guy?
Next, we have the man who's playing a Five Nights at Freddy's RPG for weebs, Freddy Fazfuck.
All right, first of all, that's slander. Second of all, I really hope that my Undertale views will get high, okay?
Next, we have the frozen Canadian who's too busy playing Dota to actually shovel his walk, Moogle Master.
Yes, because I could totally shovel my driveway when it's all, like when it's done all the fucking time. I'm the fucking landlord. All right, anyway, but yeah.
Next, we have the man who lives in a literal Domino's box, AJ.
Yo, where the freaks at?
Next, and then we have Mr. Ghost Dragon, the man whose guitar playing is better than Moonman's.
I have nothing clever to say, so hello.
And lastly, we have our main man, our star, the man who loves to play Destiny if he wasn't always muted, Mr. Fred Fox.
Well, first of all, god damn it, man. The man and the star and that shit. The people are going to get upset with that, okay? I am not the main man, the star, all right? I'm a regular guy. We'll do the spiel. We'll do this whole spiel. Regular guy, right? And those type of things, are very, very disenfranchising. All right? They're disenfranchising.
He's
How
just
dare
a
you.
common man.
I'm like Dusty Rhodes. Terrible. You just gave people bait for weeks. I'm gonna be hearing about this for weeks now. Anyways, thank you, for causing all sorts of problems for me based on that. Hi, everybody. Welcome to number 66, SoKast. I would like to thank you for your attendance, for your viewership on YouTube, on live stream, all that kind of stuff. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about today. If you guys are not aware, this episode is going to be like last week, a shorter episode that give us an opportunity to do a Let's Endure. Yes, another Let's Endure. If this ends up working out for everybody, this might be the new format. We'll do a shorter podcast, and that'll give us time that everybody's assembled to do more Let's Endures. Tonight is Let's Endure Kingdom Hearts 2. A lot of people have asked for this. We have votes up in a Google Doc, and people overwhelmingly voted for Kingdom Hearts 2 for quite a while. It's the number one candidate, and it's been like that essentially for months. So it's as good a time as any to get that done. But enough of that, enough housekeeping. Let's get into a bit of news. Now, let me grab our Google Doc and let's get started. First of all, I'll grab ours and I'll grab the viewers. And let's see what we got going on here. So, first and foremost, I want us to talk a bit about this Amazon Associates link for the one and only Darkside Phil. Now, this Amazon Associates link, Amazon Affiliates link, there's different names, has had a lot of discussion from Mr. Phil. He's talked about what people are buying with this link. He's somewhat divulged how much money he made in a roundabout way. And he's really pushing it. What do you guys think? What do you guys feel when you hear about this Amazon affiliates link? Do you want to click that, and do you want to buy all your internet goods with his link?
No.
No,
Not at all.
Fuck no.
Yep.
I have Amazon Prime. I don't need that shit.
I think the biggest problem is I think Phil originally wanted it to be for some like video games, like, oh, if you like the video game I'm playing, click this link and you'll get like 5% off of it. But now that he's divulged, it's like, oh, if you click the link and buy whatever, I'll still get paid. Not to mention, I'll see your purchases too. I mean, like, Jesus Christ, I don't want Phil at least to see my purchases.
Right. Phil loves data. He loves grabbing those IPs on the forums. He loves seeing what you buy. He loves seeing what your IP is on the IRC. As a matter of fact, if you remember, just recently he was talking about how he didn't know he recognizes people on IRC by their IP addresses, and that's how he has to like mod people and stuff like that. So Phil is very much about the data gathering. Mr. Ghost Dragon, you um, are a person who uses Amazon from time to time. Is this something at the top of your list to click that Amazon link, give Phil a couple cents here and there?
Absolutely not. And correct me if I'm wrong, but when this kind of came to light, didn't he tweet out about like if you want to save a few bucks on it, Fallout 4, click this link to order it through Amazon?
That was the debut.
That was the debut.
The
And
debut
it was,
of the Amazon link was click this link and you are entitled to a $7 discount for Fallout 4 on PS4.
but you could go to Amazon and get it for the exact same price without clicking his link.
What a deal.
So that's my first problem with it, is that he's being deceitful. But then my other problem is I wouldn't support him in any way, shape, or form.
I agree with that. I don't really. So we were talking about this the other day, that his fans already have a lot of opportunities to directly give him money, right? And he's been pretty consistent. I feel like his fan base has a general amount of how much they'll give him, and it seems like they want to give him enough to reach the goals each month. That's where their generosity stops. So Phil had to think of some way to extract more money out of people, because he's having a hard life. He's having a hard life, and I know some of us talked about this, that his life is getting hard, but this was the next step. This is the evolution of Phil. This is necessary. It's either this or he gets a 9-to-5 job and we never hear from him again.
The way he's been talking too, he's been talking about how this will be like one of the main sources of income too for something that's so new. So it starts to question, how many people are buying stuff off of the link, and plus, I mean, how much does he get for every purchase? If he's talking about how it's going to be like a significant source of income, obviously not his best, but something significant at least, starts to bring into question.
Well, I think he has delusions as to how successful this is going to be for him, because I thought he said he gets like 2% of the sale.
That
something.
sounds about right.
So I mean, because I know we were talking about it the one night, and we came up to like if it was a $40 game, he got like $2 or something like that, something weird, like an insignificant amount of money. And I think he has it in his head that like his viewers and his fans will just, anytime they order something off Amazon, they're going to be like, "Oh, I'll just click Phil's link." And I don't think it's going to work that way.
Oh, not at all. Because, I mean, then you have to go to his YouTube channel, and then you have to go to a video with the link on it, and then you have to click on the link, and then you'll be in Amazon, where just normal people just type in Amazon and
Right.
just be on their way.
I'm reading on the website, and again, there are all sorts of different arrangements, but it says here, Associates Compensation Overview. So there are what they consider fixed advertising fee rates, and what this says here is it gives a list, number of products shipped / downloaded in a given month, and it goes up. So for example, if you sell 1 to 6 items, you get 4%, 7 to 30, 6%, 31 to 110, 6.5%, and so on in graduated steps until you reach the maximum 8.5% if you were to sell 3,131 units and up.
So that's units, not dollars.
That's units.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I mean, and if this doesn't work, I mean, what else can he honestly go to? I mean, there's not really. I mean, Teespring was a failure. This is gonna be a failure, and like, what else can he do? Like,
He could go to LinkedIn. He could go to usjobs.gov. He could go to the welfare office. He could go.
Oh, Jesus
You know,
Christ.
there's a lot of things that he could do.
He can
Mr.
go
Fizz.
sell lemonade on the streets.
He could sell lemonade on the street. He could have a lemonade stand and a soap stand. Think about that.
he can go into
so-
business with Leanna. Start selling soap too.
Yeah, they could use the soap to both clean up their act. You know what I mean? I think that that's a fantastic idea. That they find. You know, that's the thing is that Phil. You know, and this is something I want to segue into. His recent rants on the pre-stream, talking about how hard of a life he has. I think that he's really searching for a way to bring in more money, a stable living for him, his girlfriend, for a house and a car and a condo and several
Hamsters.
bills. His hamsters.
Yes, hamster.
He's a working man. He's more motivated to work, and he wants to find a way. Guys, listen, he is crying out for help. He needs someone to tell him a way that he can find a consistent source of income that he can depend on.
He
What do
can
you guys
start
think?
turning tricks.
He could start turning
Ugh.
tricks.
On that mental image.
He can get a job. What do you think about that? A job, right? A job. What about that? What if he were to get a job like I don't know. I don't know what the unemployment rate is, so I don't want to quote like 90% of adjusted adults, but you know, like most people, and he wouldn't have to worry about it. He wouldn't have to offload his responsibilities onto other people. He wouldn't have to you know, complain to people. Actually, you know what? That's a funny thing. Do you think he would complain to people at work, you know, about his living situation? Do you think he'd have like his little pre-work rants
Be handing out Patreon cards with the purchases.
before he clocks in? He does a rant.
He's in the break room just ranting for 30 minutes. His boss is yelling at him, "Get your ass to
20
work."
minutes late.
All right,
I'm letting the
everyone.
people
Phil
know.
Burnell here.
Phil here on behalf of Starbucks.
God.
I just imagine it like, okay, DSP here, like my base rate is $20, but if you want me to do the kinky shit, it's like 100.
I don't know. I've always made the argument that like he should really try to look for a job and continue to do YouTube as a hobby and get paid for it. You know what I mean? I don't know what's up with him. It's like he's really trying not to, you know, go out and fucking apply somewhere.
That's what's gonna end up happening. I really, you know, he's gonna ride this until the wheels fall off, literally. And we're gonna see what the next move is. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens.
Actually, that's an interesting question, AJ. Like, what would happen if Phil started working at Domino's and was making your pizzas?
switched to Pizza Hut.
I don't know.
You wouldn't eat the pizza that came from Darkside Phil?
Actually, you know what? I would not fucking order for because I know he's gonna fucking deliver to my house. So fuck that. Think I want him to know where I live? Fuck that shit.
Comes with gout cheese too, so careful of that.
An authentic Italian sauce.
Yes.
Oh. God.
He would deliver in 30 minutes, but he's got to stir the sauce.
I can't have Leanna do it either.
So there's that. Again, these rants during the pre-streams talking about how it wasn't even This Is How You Don't Play that ruined him. It was YouTube. AJ, you're officially off the hook. How do you feel?
Uh, that's kind of surprising that he's even saying that. I mean, if that's what he really thinks, then ain't no argument there.
You are officially a free man. Your name has been cleared. The slander, the accusations he's hoisted upon you are now cleared. You're a free man.
Yay!
So he said that. He literally referenced. It wasn't even This Is How You Don't Plays that ruined me, even though he says that quite often. Now he's come to the realization that the fight isn't against us. The fight is now against YouTube. Phil is standing up. He's the little guy, as always. He's standing up to the big corporation, and he's gonna let YouTube know exactly how he feels. Something that I saw that was very interesting, and I want to get a little bit of back and forth on this one. Somebody made a really great post. Of course, now it's gone, but he talked about how you can't bite the hand that feeds you with YouTube. The reason you're able to have a distance to work of approximately 12 steps, the reason why you can have a house, the reason why you can have a BMW, the reason why you can have all of this is because of YouTube. How can you be so ungrateful? What do you guys think? I mean, is he right? Did YouTube screw him over? Did he screw himself over? Is AJ still on the hook? And should we still get our pitchforks and torches towards good old evil AJ?
No. He screwed himself over.
Yeah, I agree. He should have get on with the times instead of, seeing his stupid shit decline.
His biggest mistake was doing it full time. Why he thought that was a good idea. That is such a big risk that you're making.
That's another one too, yeah.
That is a huge risk. That goes for anyone though. It's not just Phil. It goes for anybody that does it full time. I know it's your decent, like, I know it's a decent income you're getting, but like shit like this, like copyright strikes and just like anything can fuck over your YouTube channel to the point where you won't get any good revenue from it. And there's going to be those off times where you won't get fuck all. Like you won't have a good month or anything. It's something like that's always going to happen. It's really hit or miss. And doing it full time was probably the biggest mistake he's made. If he was doing a job, like if he was doing a job while doing this as well, then he wouldn't be in this fucking predicament. But he chose to do this as his full-time job. He neglected getting a job, taking advantage of that.
That and his lack of foresight too. I think if he would have managed his money a little bit better, not tried to live this semi-extravagant lifestyle that he puts out there, like you don't need a BMW. You don't need all this other fancy shit that he has. If he would have set the money aside, invested properly, and saved for the future, he would not be in the position that he's in. And like I seen somebody bring up the size of the house that him and Leanna are living in. The two people don't need a house that big. Two people and a hamster, or two hamsters need that big of a house? No. And if he would have just prepared for the future, planned ahead, he might have been able to ride this out for another 10 years, even with his views declining and stuff like that.
Yeah, like that's the thing that I've been criticizing about as well. Like, does he really need all this bullshit that he has? Like, what did he has? 2 internet services? Are you fucking serious with that?
One is for Leanna to watch YouTube videos, and one is for Phil to stream YouTube videos.
Give me a fucking break, dude. Like, that's one of his fucking problems. He's overpaying for stupid shit that it's not even necessary. Like, if he's really short on money, he needs to learn how to control his budget. Start cutting stupid shit that he doesn't need. 2 internet servers, cut it down to 1. Do you need cable? How often do you use cable? And don't you also pay for Loot Crate too?
Dude, you bought a $3,000 computer. I mean,
yeah, like
if that's not unnecessary, I don't know what is.
I mean,
I don't know, dude.
And I think a lot of it too is, I mean, he's been in YouTube for 8 years. He's doing stuff way too late. I mean, he's just now figuring, edited views brought money. When, you could have done it when it was gaining popularity and rode that train. He's like, reacts get money or reacts get views. And it's like, no, 8 years later, I'm going to do a react that's 15 fucking minutes with no footage.
Too fucking late for that. He's like, when you're in a bad place, you're always going to be in a bad place, no matter what. It's not like you can improve yourself now. It's just, like, he's just so late to the party with this. Like, he's such in a bad situation. Everyone fucking hates him on the internet. And, like, when it comes to this point where he makes reaction videos, it's not going to make him look any less different from what he is when he does gameplay videos. If he did it like before, I don't know, like 2010 when he was kind of like in his golden years, then maybe it would be fine. But now it's just like come to the point where it's just like, can you really do? I mean, everyone fucking hates him and he treats everyone like complete and utter shit. So
yeah, and pretty much the only way now that he could improve his own image is to do something not online. Anything he does, if he starts his own business, if he closes down DSP Gaming and opens up another fucking YouTube channel, everyone's going to be like, oh, this Dark Side Phil character, he has a history on YouTube. The only way he could basically improve is by not being online at all. But that's not an option for him because it's way too late for that.
Well, no, I mean, if you remember correctly, I mean, he did a new YouTube channel where he completely distanced it, he completely distanced it from DSP Gaming and Darkside Phil, and that was the plan. So, he carried through he followed through on it, and look what we have here. We have KO Gaming. No one would ever suspect that was DSP.
Yeah,
I like how he even
totally
puts himself
whenever
on camera too.
Yeah, I mean, totally. Whenever you plug your Patreon on your other account, that totally doesn't give anything away.
I'm going to give him credit on one thing. All right. We talked about this, I don't know, a couple weeks ago before the launch of KO Gaming. We actually thought that maybe he would create a separate Patreon for this new channel, KO Gaming, as it became. And he didn't do that. So, people say that we don't give Phil credit. But timestamp it. Write it down on your calendar, okay? January 28th, 2016 at 7:26 Eastern Standard Time, all right? I have given Phil credit that he did not do the scumbag move of the century and make a separate secret Patreon for KO Gaming. Now, he could do it in the future, but as of today, he hasn't done it. Or at least we don't know about it yet.
Despicable if he did that.
Yeah.
So,
it's just because you say it now, it's gonna like premiering tomorrow.
He's gonna fucking do it after he say that.
I blame Fred. We're giving out ideas.
Hey, you know what? If he does it, I get a cut though. I have my Patreon associates link.
Go ahead,
he'll click on it.
Why do you get 5%?
73.
It'll be like when Phil took that picture of himself where he showed off his buck teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god,
that was fantastic. So any other dialogue that we want to do on Phil's current situation, the hard life that he's living? I feel like that could get some play. I feel like, you look at it, and there was something that struck me. Okay, there was something that struck me when he was doing his Christmas vlogs. All right, now this is something that people that are well off can do. And this is something that people that are well off, these are the small things that are signs of financial stability to me. This is what it read to me. He needed to get some batteries for this little thing he bought. He opened his junk drawer, and it wasn't really junk. It was like a bunch of useful stuff. He had like giant 96 packs of batteries in every flavor, right? That to me is a sign of wealth. The average person, I don't know how everybody grew up, but I'm just going to say, middle America, whatever, people just buy a little bit here and there what they need, I never see him wanting. His fridge never looks empty. It's always full of garbage, fucking, candy bars, and the freezer's always full. I mean, I never see anything that's lacking when he walks around his house. I never see. He's got all the little things, the little knickknacks and shoes, and all these little things that he wants. And like I said, that struck me when I saw that. I was like, I grew up, my parents would get 4 packs of batteries when we need them, and sometimes we'd run out, we got to go buy more, and sometimes we'd hijack batteries from different things and put them elsewhere. You know what I mean? Like that to me stood out. He's got 96 pack of double A's, triple A's, C batteries, 9 volts. Um, and then you look at other stuff, and he's got, you know, just all kinds of things, little things that someone that's struggling wouldn't have a stockpile of, you know?
Yeah, I mean that's why I have no sympathy for his his supposed income, because I've seen the shit that he has, and I just don't fucking buy it. He just wants to live in this stupid luxury life, and he doesn't know how to control his budget.
You remember when Leanna posted an Instagram post of their shopping cart?
I don't think I saw that actually.
They went to go buy just like a little bit of stuff, and they had like, I don't know if they went to like a Whole Foods, but they had like every fucking cart full of vegetables and all sorts of fresh foods and shit. Like, this is not someone that's struggling. I'm sorry, he's not. He's not going to be struggling for months. He's not going to get this January check that he claimed is the worst month ever. He's not going to get that until March. So he's not struggling, at least not yet.
It's pretty clear to me that Liana has been, using her business money, to buy her own shit like the PS4. And if I'm not mistaken, God, what the fuck was she? If I'm not mistaken, she also bought stupid ass games too, like Mortal Kombat X, if I'm not mistaken. And I think pretty recently she also bought Resident Evil 0 for her own. It's like, man, nah, I don't buy that shit.
What does somebody need? Go ahead, Moogle.
I was gonna say there's game share for a reason. I don't know why they don't take advantage of that.
I don't know.
So a cart full of vegetables. I mean, is that pretty much like all the rabbit food for Leanna then? Because Phil's not gonna eat that shit.
That was the hamster food.
That was the hamster food. Rabbits.
No wonder they're fucking fat.
You must think that these are some rich people. Rabbits, they've got guinea pigs. So
they are guinea pigs. So
I did have like one quick thought here. I mean, like Sageville needs to get a real job and everything. Like, what are the chances? I mean, his resume is fucked after all this YouTube shit. No one's gonna hire that gap.
That Seattle Air will quit healing his back and he'll get on disability. You watch.
That Seattle Air will get him a job.
He'll do anything he can not to work. I guarantee it.
He'll fake disabilities not to work.
I mean, I've always assumed Phil to be like upper middle class, not quite like, but he's not as bad. Like Fred said, he's not as bad as he's let off. But I think he's just doing that to guilt trip, Oh, it's the end of the month, or it's, I'm gonna run out of business soon. Like, he knows what to say to his young fans to be like, well, mommy, daddy, I need your credit card because this YouTuber I like's gonna go out of business soon.
Here's my thing, and this is my biggest takeaway from this. If you have the ability to get on the internet and complain about your financial situation, you are not that hard off.
What I don't get that though is if Phil is wealthy and everything, then how come even if you go by how much he's earning on YouTube, even if it's not that much, he's still getting only $1,200 on Patreon. So then how can we say he's wealthy when he's even saying that what he's getting now from Machinima and everything can't even pay one of his mortgages?
Well, we can't verify that, and you can't always take Phil at his word. I think we've learned over the past, 8 years, that you can't exactly take Phil at his word, because the wedding was 1 week after it was, and he never said anything about that, so.
That is true.
Yeah, the first time I started to notice that shit is when he was denying that he was blocking people whenever somebody requested a game. What was that game? Braid or whatever the fuck it was?
What was he
I'm
playing?
gonna block you.
Oh yeah, was that Brink or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It was Brink, or I think it was Motorstorm.
Motorstar. You asked for Motorstar, but gotta block you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was
If you don't like Braid, I'm gonna block you.
Yeah, I remember too that I remember too. People were so many people were saying, "When's Phoenix Wright? Yo, you're gonna play Phoenix Wright?" And I remember saying that he was gonna block people if people kept asking for that shit. And when he denied blocking people for requesting a game, that was actually the first time I legitimately became pretty pissed off about him. I guess you could say that's where my origins
Breaking
of
point.
Detractor came.
The fucking breaking point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it makes sense.
What got me was when like Phil would keep going on like, you see, I got a back injury, and you could just hear the fucking violin playing in the background.
That violin can't play itself,
He never talks about his bad back anymore ever since he moved. I don't know if any of you guys noticed that.
Well, no, don't you remember he was supposed to get life-saving back surgery once he moved. This move was going to enable him to have Leanna wait on him hand and foot while he recovers from an arduous back surgery that was going to greatly increase his quality of life. And he moved there, one whiff of that Seattle air, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God.
And you're back in the saddle.
Hallelujah.
He brought it up. He brought it up in a video just recently too, saying that he hasn't had any problems since they moved. It hasn't really bothered him. I forget which video it was, but he did mention it again just recently.
It's kind of funny too, because that was one of the reasons why he moved to Washington, to get his back fixed.
That was the main reason why he moved. The secondary reason was taxes.
Yeah.
Of getting fucked by the government, by Connecticut, shoving it right up my ass with taxes.
But as soon as a situation arises, he's going to use his back as an excuse.
Listen, guys, the buddy's low, and I've been using the buddy to support me on my bed at a right angle so that I can improve my back. And now that the buddy is lower, I had to spend my posture buddy on my bills.
Okay.
So I'm not allowed.
No comment.
It's his posture money.
It makes him more motivated to work.
Damn the government.
You have to wait, Fezzi. You have to really lower down your assertiveness when it comes to work. You're offering it up in a very feeble, very insecure way. More motivated to work. He has to like get it in little daintily, like to work. So. But anyways, I think that's enough play on that. Something that I am personally interested by, and we'll start taking doc questions in just a second. We got a ton of them, so thank you again for those. We now know what KO gaming is, right? We've had 2 weeks to interact with it, and we now have an idea of what this is supposed to be. He posted a few times on the forums, different things. One topic I thought was great about how many people are actually showing up to this channel. He's at around 2.5% of his DSP gaming viewer base, about 180,000. Around 2% of that, 4,000, have been showing up. And we have to wonder if that's his active viewer base. I mean, he gets around the same views that he would expect from his current viewer base, but 4,000 of them have actually went and pressed subscribe. And if they're fans of him, I mean, it's really not a big deal to subscribe. Their sub box isn't going to get blown up. They would want to subscribe. They would want to get this quality content in their lives. So now that we know what the product is, now we know how people are interacting with it, I guess it would be appropriate that we give more of a second take. We had our first impressions, but now we can kind of get a little bit deeper into it. How's he doing? How's the channel working out? How's the viewer turnover, whatever? How are things going for Phil for KO Gaming?
Well,
sorry, go ahead.
Well, originally he tried to do it to attract newcomers to his channel, and with only 4,000 subscribers on a channel with about 180,000, That's not doing too well. In fact, he has even less than I thought he would in this period of time. So that's really saying something. I had to lower my standards.
That doesn't surprise me.
I like how he says that at the end. I gotta lower my standards.
And he actually posted something in the forums too, like a couple hours ago about this, and he's saying that no, you can't judge it this early because it's got 4,000 subscribers and only 4 videos, and wait till E3 and something. But honestly, I mean, if your number's not going up and it's staying steadily at like 4,000, chances are it's not going to go up because honestly, it's not working in the search results. So that whole reasoning behind the channel is not working. I mean, no one's going to search this unless they follow Darkside Phil.
Right.
And pretty much anybody who follows Darkside Phil, who likes his content, is already subscribed.
Right. This is basically a way to extract more views and interest from his already existing viewer base. I mean, who's going to find this? Like, for example, all right, let's say Street Fighter V, right? He does a Street Fighter V reaction video, first impressions, stuff like that. People aren't going to find this. Like, if you type in Street Fighter V impressions, the only chance you would have to find that, based on the size of his channel, would be like if you click by upload date and just try to find like the newest ones and search it when he uploads it. There's going to be way bigger YouTubers. Now, he had a chance. If he was going to do it on DSP Gaming, he has a certain amount of I think because he has a bigger following on there, a higher sub count, that he has a chance to be competitive there. But he's competing in a market with a brand new channel. It's not going to be good.
I mean, not to mention, he was fucked before he even made the channel. Because as soon as he thought of KO Gaming, there's like 20 other fucking KO Gamings on YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, I think my biggest frustration with this is how he thought that distancing himself from the channel would actually help him. When I say, maybe don't distance yourself, but build yourself off of it. And no one's going to search for KO Gaming and not realize it's Phil. But if you build your channel based off the fact that you're DSP and you're Phil, you're going to get a lot more subscribers.
Right. Let me see here. I'm going to look at the forums real quick because I know that he has interacted with these concepts. So let's, for example, check this out here. Somebody posted essentially what we just talked about, the amount of viewers that are coming over. He says, I'll just sort of sum this up. If we want to put it on screen, I guess we can. Here is the link if we can. So I'll just sort of sum it up. He says that he would have liked to have more subs on there, but he was not expecting a lot this early, especially because January is a dead month. He talks about that once the new major game releases start to come out, he's going to cover them like Naruto, like Street Fighter V, like Far Cry Primal, Hitman, UFC 2. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be keeping a close eye on UFC 2. No promises, but you guys know that I am a very avid fan of the mixed martial arts. And if this gentleman is going to be wandering into the octagon, I'm going to be keeping a close eye on this one. But again, no promises. I may just be a bystander and check this out. I may tweet about it, but I'm interested in that. But anyways, he's talking about these new releases. He's saying that we need to wait until E3 and then maybe we can look at it again. What do you think? Is that fair? Is that fair? We give him until E3 this summer to reevaluate the fact that 2.5% of his viewer base came over in 1 month?
That sounds like a bit much.
Yeah, I mean, June if his channel hasn't grown any more than 2% by June, it's KO'd.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, it's like you can give it to June, but if your subscribers stay at 4,000 till June, and you're like, okay, now we can judge it. Well, it was 4,000 the last 6 months, so
And even with E3, like most people, not trying to like really slam on the guy or anything like that, but most people don't think like when they think of like I want to see somebody's opinion on E3, they don't think of Dark Side Phil or KO Gaming or anything like that. They think of people like Boogie, Alpha Omega Sin, as much as I hate to say it, Angry Joe, guys like that, Total Biscuit, people that are pretty prominent in the gaming YouTube scene, Markiplier. They're going to look for those guys and see what their opinions on E3 was. They don't care about Phil's opinion on E3. I mean, his fans might, but the average gaming person, like anybody that's a gamer that's going to get on YouTube and look up that kind of opinion and reaction, their first search isn't going to be Phil.
no. Like I said, again, I think that this is really, I mean, I don't know if he intended it this way. I'm sure that he had some fucking delusion of grandeur that he's going to fucking put that up and people are going to flock to it or some shit. He's going to have a fresh new start. But essentially in practice, what this is doing is it's just extracting a few more views out of his current viewer base in exchange for having less views on playthroughs. So in the grand scheme of things, he's putting a little bit more effort. And when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit more effort into editing. In response, he's getting less views. I'd like to look, I mean, it'd be hard to get data because he's not really consistent anymore. He's getting roughly 2.5 million per month, but there's not really any consistency there. But I wish there was some way that I could get some data to compare how he was doing and how he's doing now with the combination of all the views. Like, is he a net loss, a net gain, just about the same? If it's just about the same, we're looking at a problem, and especially if it's less, then that's fucking red alert time.
I got to point out, I like the part about where his reactions are current. His Star Wars reaction is a month late.
Yeah. And people sure fucking love that.
I'm not even gonna get started on that.
oh my god, that was fucking awful.
But make sure you put a spoiler alert so that we don't give any spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people will be, they'll want to kill you.
The mummified head of Darth Vader, that was a big spoiler.
Yeah, make sure
Spoilers!
spoiler word that don't even spoil anything.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
Yeah, he in the video he actually he said, "Oh, major spoilers," and then all the the major plot points. It's like I don't want to spoil it for you, so I'm not gonna talk about it. But this is how I feel about it.
When there's 5 people that haven't seen the movie.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean-
Mr. I know more about Star Wars than anybody else because I read the comics in the '90s, even though that
Dude,
no longer
when he
canon.
said that, I thought for sure my head was going to explode. When he was like, I got a little bit more insight than most because I read the expanded. You're a fucking idiot. The expanded universe got thrown out. Oh, God. I'm not going to get riled up. I'm going to stay calm and collected.
The EU wasn't even canon anyways. It was just glorified fan fiction in the first place.
The books and the comics were canon up until Disney bought the rights. Like the Dark Horse stuff and the novels were considered like a canon expanded universe.
Seriously? I just thought George Lucas just was like, okay, you guys can do it if you want. I don't give a shit.
No, like Shadows of the Empire, the Thrawn trilogy, stuff like that, that was considered part of like an overall world. It wasn't, it was, it's complicated.
So before we get into that,
Yeah, that's a discussion for something not related to this.
Phil is playing Undertale, ladies and gentlemen. I was now I gotta be honest. This isn't really all that noteworthy. I just want to cover it, just again, giving credit where credit's due. He didn't do terribly bad. I watched some of it. He's now gonna do a pacifist run. one thing I'll give him credit for, he actually started his pacifist run the same day that he was doing his middle of the road run. So he didn't maximize views by making the pacifist run a debut stream the next day or whatever. So I'll give him credit for that. And essentially, he's sucking the game's dick. We thought that he was going to piss off the Undertale fan base by being unfair or just outright inappropriate about things. I saw some tidbits on Twitter before I tuned into the stream that he was doing a few things here and there, but I don't know, man. I think he's playing it safe on this one. I think, it wasn't really noteworthy. As a result, it was kind of boring.
From what I heard, apparently he died to Flowey twice. And when I played the game for the first time, I never died to him once. So.
Oh, because you're hardcore.
No, as even my first time through, I was very self-aware of the shit that he was throwing at me, but I never died to him. Actually, you know what? To be honest, I didn't even know you could die to him. I actually thought when you're at a certain threshold of health, he wouldn't really kill you, but that's news to me to find out that he can actually kill you.
You're talking about that last boss battle, right? Where they
yep.
act like they're deleting your save and shit.
Yeah, the final boss, pretty much.
Yeah, it looked I didn't play the game myself, but I know a little bit about it, and I don't know, it looked kind of brutal.
It was pretty brutal, but if you notice, if you actually do ever play it, you'll notice when you get hit in that you don't really see your health really dropping all that much when you get at a certain threshold. And like I said, I didn't really know that you can actually die to that. So after watching that, I was like, oh, well, that's news to me because I never died to that at all.
Well, Phil is special. He's able to find the fucked up shit. But I don't know. I mean, I guess this is an opportunity. Like I said, for me personally, not really much. He's sucking the game's dick. He's playing it safe. I don't know. Any other thoughts on the Undertale playthrough before we move on?
I think he's just sucking the game's dick because he's getting a lot of views out of it. But there was that whole thing with him, complaining that, people don't like Earthbound and shit.
Yeah, he was making the argument that if you like Undertale, please, for the love of God, go check out Earthbound.
Yeah, check out my playthrough of Earthbound.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I've noticed this with Phil and a lot of these these games that are based off of different games. When he plays it, he's like, "Oh, this is in reference to," and "Oh, this is in reference to Earthbound or Mother 2," and he just basically likes to, strut his cred and be like, "Oh, I've played this game back in the '90s and I know these references."
So, you said something about how Phil is getting a lot of views on his Undertale playthrough. I don't see a difference. I really don't see a difference at all.
Well, we were talking about it earlier, and he was supposedly getting 1,500 on stream.
Yeah, but in his actual videos, I don't notice a difference from his other playthroughs he's had, which is kind of sad.
His stream attendance was higher the first day, I know.
Yeah.
But the YouTube views are shit.
Yeah.
There is.
I didn't really see the stream to know if he had a lot of people watching or not. So.
Anyway, there is one thing to note, and that's I think that he did end up pissing the fans off, which, by the way, are some of the worst fans out there, aside from the Five Nights at Freddy's ones. But anyway, I know that he did piss some off because he did not choose the pacifist route first. And because of that, it's going to change things in his second playthrough.
I don't really know why it even matters.
I don't personally know either, but
just let the fucking guy play the game. I mean, I don't. This is the one thing that really bothers me. And in Phil's defense, he obviously didn't really want to have the game spoiled for him by the fan base and that, so I could really understand why he didn't want to read the stream chat, which I'm sure he probably did anyway. I mean, it seems like a load of shit to me that he says that now of all things. But honestly, the fan base itself, will just go out of their way to spoil everything. I mean, I remember watching someone else, Pro Jared, play through it, and he actually said that he did not like the way the game was handled, and it's just because people ruined it for him. And I mean, he didn't know that there was even a final boss fight until people told him in the comments, and he would just outright said at the end of his video, "Yeah, this game is not very good."
So, just to clarify, it wasn't 1,500 that Phil peaked at. It was about 1,069.
Yeah, and supposedly he was peaking around that, which is quite surprising. But I mean, it is Undertale. It is a pretty hyper popular game. So,
Fan base is just the worst, though.
I mean, I like
the
concept of Undertale. It's just, I don't think I'd want to play it.
I thankfully never ran into too many issues with the fan base, mostly because I'm very underground. But like, I can agree with you that the fan base is pretty stupid at times. I'm not saying they're all stupid. There's people that like the game that I talk to. But there are some people that just go way overboard.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think I'd rather deal with the Sonic fan base.
I'd rather not.
Hello,
There's a lot of
Christian.
fucking crazy people in that fucking fan base.
Well, what we'll do, we'll look at the viewer submitted topics. How about that?
Okay.
Sure.
I had to get some water real quick, so. All right. So, Urine from Argentina asked about Undertale's playthrough. So, just want to give that person recognition. We were able to talk about that. Also, Destiny Decade, aka Jose, asked about the Destiny. Well, it's Destiny. Oh, it's because it's Destiny Decade.
You have too
so-
much. You have too much fucking Destiny on your mind, Fred.
You got Destiny on your mind because of that chip.
because of that damn ship. You know what? I'll tell you what, that ship is pretty fucking nice. So, but anyways, so he asked about Undertale as well. How about this one? I kind of like. This is I like these like abstract ones. These ones that kind of get you thinking, because I read this last night and I was like, yeah, you know what? This actually, it's a good question because the outcome is a lot deeper than you would expect. Here's the question: if Phil and Leanna would ever get married, who do you think would be Phil's best man, his first man? Who would be Phil's best man? Who would Leanna get for her maid of honor, as well as bridesmaids? Who would be the bartender? Who would they get for entertainment? Who would they get for the cake and food? And do you think it would be turned into a goal on Patreon? Do you think there would be a perk to be invited to that wedding? And this was submitted by Jason. Now, Jason, this is fantastic. This is why I think this is a deeper question. Phil doesn't really have that many people in his life, does he? Who
Not
would he
anymore.
get to? Who would he get to be his best man? Who legitimately could be his best man? I mean, maybe Rambo will do it. I mean, maybe he'll come through in a pinch, and Phil can drunk text him and be like, "Hey, I really don't have any friends, and I'll pay you. I'll pay you whatever I owe you for Project 7. I'll give you Howard's cut." Like I'm interested. What do you guys think? Let's get some fucking guesses here. All right, let's start with the best man. Who is Phil's best man going to be? And don't you dare say Lord Vash.
I was about
That's
to say
bullshit.
I was about to say KG.
Sammy.
I-
He'd bring the fucking horse into the wedding. He'd be
I would
riding
say
a horse.
his
He could supply
His
the horse
best-
and carriage.
Exactly.
his best man would actually be his right hand. So
Oh,
Oh wow.
that's his main
So-
man.
that's the man he could always rely on.
Who are we kidding? The only plausible candidate for this would clearly be Review Tech.
How about Wings of Redemption? Are you gonna get dang old Hitch married? Hey, that's a pretty sister you got there.
What about the Doctor?
Oh God, he'd like have nipples cut out of his tuxedo and shit. Go over there all fucking latexed out. That fucking weirdo. Good God. Somebody said that's bullshit. That's a pretty good one.
Area Lord.
Oh yeah, maybe Curachado can come in via PSN party chat and fucking be there at the wedding.
P-Dog will be there too.
Be dog. Maybe Mighty Onyx can fucking make a Phil wedding thread and post in there.
So wait,
I don't know.
Would Sammy Samosa be the caterer then?
He would be the
He'd be the
bartender. He'd be serving the
bartender,
juice. Yeah.
Although I still think it'd be funny as hell if he was if he was the one reading their vows to them, because that'd be the longest wedding in the history of weddings.
Do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband? And you better say yes, you stupid cunt, because if you don't, I'm gonna deck ya.
Somebody said Deathface will be the best man. There'll just be a shirt sitting there next to Phil.
My whole
Phil's
thing
gonna-
with this. Sorry.
He's gonna switch places. He's gonna like jump, put the shirt on his head, be Deathface. Then he'll jump back and finish up the vows.
We both know he ain't jumping.
All right, he'll waddle. He'll do the turn. He'll do the Project 7 turn. Play it on the organs.
When you going to kiss the bridesmaid? Billy boy.
Jesus
That's
Christ. I never thought I'd hear you do that of all things.
This is
know,
the
that just-
debut of AJ doing the Samosa section. It's pretty good.
You know, that does bring up an interesting question. What if you were the best man, Fred?
Oh man. Well, I would object to this wedding as a fucking plague onto society. And I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, you know, Lord Vash has got some unfinished business to take care of. Shout out to Lord Vash. He's not a bad guy. He just, you know, like he's known in this community for like flirting with Panda Lee. So, shout out to him. And review tech, somebody mentioned, you know, I think there are some people that have objections to this.
Someone said the fucking Wolverine toy.
Oh, dude,
That would make perfect sense. Too.
that would be nice. It would come full circle. You could draw like a little suit on him with Sharpie marker and shit.
That's gonna destroy its value.
Fine, they could use a suit from like a Ken doll.
I was gonna say, just
Yeah, that
rip
would
it off
work.
Kendall.
That's pretty good.
My whole thing with this question though is that's implying that Phil would even leave the house to go to the wedding.
Yeah, they'd probably live stream it and cut it into parts, and on YouTube. Like, here's me saying I do. Here's her saying I do. Her part is like 75 minutes. Her like thinking about it, consulting with several legal team professionals and a fucking tax analyst and shit, an accountant, doing a last audit of Phil's finances just to be sure, you know, a will, a prenup, everything.
Someone said Cerulean should be there, and with the fucking skeleton.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty funny.
So that's the wedding. I like that question, but there's a deeper meaning, and that is that they've really shut themselves off from the rest of the world. I mean, they didn't even go to the wedding of someone else. Like, do you think they'd pay back the favor? You think they'd go to their wedding? They didn't go to theirs, so
Probably not.
they don't really have an obligation to go to their wedding. That'd be a small wedding too. We could go crash it, you know? That'd be
Oh,
pretty dope.
We should
we'd at least make it fun.
Yeah.
we should just have the fucking DJ just play the Wolfpack song as we all come out.
That'd be dope. We show up with SoK suits, like little cufflinks with the fox on them. Fucking dope. It'd be low key, and then he'll like see us adjusting our fucking cufflinks. Like, wait a minute, I've seen that fucking shit before. And there's AJ. Leanna, bite him.
Perfect.
Of course, they have to show up in the white coats.
Oh, dude, they
According to the
yeah.
Wheel
You
him in
should
like
show
he's
up in a
Hannibal
white
Lecter,
Yeah.
tied up with the face mask and shit.
That would
Dude, that'd
pretty
be
funny.
awesome.
That would be pretty good. Wheel him
They
down
asked
the
the
aisle.
That's the question. Are you here for the bride or the groom?
I object. There's no dominoes here. I object. Have a delivery guy come and be in the fucking wedding. He'd be on his cell phone ordering pizza and have the delivery guy come. All right, where should I deliver this, sir? Third row on the second aisle to the left. So, all right, let's see what else we got around here.
Hey, wait. Before we
Yeah.
move on from this wedding thing, who would give Panda away? Because doesn't the father typically do that?
Yeah, Phil can't give her away to himself.
We got a conundrum.
That is interesting.
Sammy Smelter to do it. He poses himself as John Cena. He's a big, strong guy.
You know what? You know what? Phil can give her away. It'll be the hardcore wedding season giveaway.
I had an even better idea.
Someone
AJ
said
could
John.
get Pandalita to Phil.
Ja can do it. Yeah, he'll piece him up in the aisle. Phil would not want to see Ja. That'd be the last person that he would want to see in any situation ever. No matter what Phil is doing, the last person he wants to see is Jaha. Because Jaha is a giant man. And
Oh,
he-
man. I know who could give Pandalita away. It could be AJ who does it.
Ah.
Or loophole when he tries to flirt with her. Down
That's
the aisle, too.
that's where the objection would come from. Like, Phil, it's been a couple years.
When are you gonna tuck your daughter in?
All right.
I'm just wondering, like, how hard would it be to break Phil away from his Let's Play in order to do the vows?
Yeah, that wouldn't even be called off if Fallout 5 was coming out that week.
Oh, that's right. He can't be bothered to go to that shit. He'll just Skype her. He'll be like, fucking bullshit. What were you saying? Oh, I do. Fucking garbage. Fucking bullshit. Fuck this. All right, guys. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to get married. And we'll be back with more Fallout 5 on stream.
In 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh God.
You could do Saucy Sunday and you could do Marriage Monday. Or how about Wedding Wednesday? All right, I thought that was better than you guys did. All right, anyways, moving on. Let's see here. So, man, we always get this one. Like, if Phil decides to quit, what would be his final message to his fans? We always talk about how he would address us, but to his fans, this was submitted by Garlic Pepper. I feel like he would try to be gracious towards his fans and say thank you for all of it, but still have just a smidgen of accusatory type of language, a little bit of bitterness that they couldn't do more for him. What do you guys think? I'm being honest. I think he's going to be gracious towards them and say thanks for all of it. Thank you for keeping me around. You guys made this possible. Shit like that.
Don't take anything for granted.
Ooh.
I think he'll be more accusatory than he's gonna be gracious.
I don't know.
I really don't even think Phil's gonna make like a message too. I think he's just gonna
Just
quietly
disappear?
just disappear.
He's just gonna fuck.
It'll be
off.
what? It'd be like, oh, remember the ending to the Incredible Hulk TV show? It'll just be him walking down down a road with that sad piano music.
He's just sitting there with like a
Oh,
bag
man,
of
that would
fucking
be
money.
awesome.
He's just gonna sit there with a fucking bag of money and be like, "Thanks for the views, dummies."
I like that though. Like Phil just walking down the street with the Hulk theme play, he just turns around and waves at the camera.
I don't think he'll bring up any like I don't think he'll bring us up because I feel like in his mind that'd be admitting that we won. So I don't think if he would make like a "this is it" video, I don't think he'll bring us up. He's too proud to admit that he was beaten.
I don't know.
I know there'd be like someone would make a montage of Phil with like the song "Real American Hero" playing. I mean, like you know the one that Brad Jones uses in the Cinema Snob. That one.
Oh god. I don't know, honestly. I'm like, I feel like he might bring us up, or like without actually like calling us by name. And I don't know.
He'll probably like in his last act of revenge, he'll be like, and this person with IP such and such. I want to thank this person with IP such and such.
He'll just hand out IPs and not say who they're of. He'll be like, I didn't dox anybody. I just gave out random IPs. I didn't say who they were.
I know where you live.
Oh, I know the best. I know the best series finale for Phil ever. He'd be like in the Whole Foods at Sammy's Juice In, and he and Sammy just have a nice final toast.
Sammy's his
To his
boss.
career. Sammy's the boss.
Oh God, that would truly be something to behold. All right, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, I mean, when we were talking about this before the show, there's really not too much going on. Looking at our doc, we covered the Amazon link, we covered the all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, let's have another look. See what's up,
One
Fizz.
thing we wanted to talk about when Leanna so graciously gave
Oh
Phil
no! Oh no! I thought we could go
God.
without this. No!
we
God
gotta bring
damn
it
it.
up.
God damn it!
I gotta go to the bathroom.
All
Why
right,
would she
fine.
post that?
I'm gonna get my
It
chips
had to
out
come
now.
up.
She posted it, so it's fair game.
It's
That's
fair
true.
fucking game. Fazzy.
Oh boy.
It's got to be role played. So
Oh, Phil, I really like this movie, and hey, I just wanted to give you an update. This quarter, your income was passable, and well, I don't know how to say this, but I'd like to be nearer to you than I normally am. Like, I don't know, maybe what 2-inch time.
Wait, what? That's a lot different from 10-foot time.
No. Not 2 inches like what's in your pants. I'm talking about 2 inches away from you.
Wait, what?
Come here, you big galoot.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Wait, what?
Yeah, look, I'll be right back. I gotta freshen up, okay?
Are you gonna use some of my soap?
No.
Are you gonna burn a wax tart in the bathroom?
I'll be right back. Holy shit, she actually got so close to me. That's the closest I've ever got to something even remotely close to underwear time.
Holy shit, I got so close to him. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Well, I guess while he's gone, I'll see how Vash is doing.
What was that I heard about Lord Vash?
I said I had a rash.
Okay.
So, what are you doing? You're doing, that's cool. Hey, I'm gonna be, out of here in a couple months, obviously, because of the contract. I read it over, and it's not looking too good. So, yeah. No, I photocopied all of his credit cards, and I figured out how to drive his car. I went to driving school so that I could drive out of here when the time is right.
Oh, come on, dude. This is fucking bullshit.
Are you having trouble again with the toilet seat in your thingy, Phil?
No, it's just that it won't grow more than an inch.
Well, thank God for that. I don't want him poking me in my sleep. Anyways, Vash, I gotta go. I'll be back on here in a couple hours when he goes to bed. I put a couple pills in his drink.
It's probably Viagra.
Anti-Viagra.
Fucking stupid bitch.
Just to end the conversation. God damn.
And then oh man. Like every time I hear these skits or whenever I think of Phil leaving YouTube, now I just think of it being an 80s sitcom, especially where when Fazzy said "you stupid bitch." I just imagine the credit, the freeze frame and the credits just showing up then.
So, if you guys aren't aware, we'll get into this because of fucking fizz. Excuse me, I almost dry heaved. I almost threw up in my mouth. Excuse me. So, all right. Fuck. Do you want to put this on screen? Can somebody get this man a damn fucking cap of this from our good friend Dragon Killer at DRGN Killer?
Yeah, hold on.
our resident virtual mailman. And also, shout out to Eddie. Eddie's in the chat. What's up, Eddie?
Are you
Eddie
talking about?
Beef.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this the thing when he was talking about Phil in the stream chat?
No, talking about Leanna and Phil Cuddle Time. That's from Dragon Killer.
Oh.
Actually, it looks like Fizz has given you the direct link to Pandalise. Perfect. Even better. All right, so quote. I tried. Oh, sorry.
It's fine. I got really confused. I was looking through the Google Doc to see if I could find it.
Oh, it's cool. It's in the
There we
chat.
go.
All right. Quote. I tried to cuddle with Phil on the couch, and it lasted a whole minute before he said he had to go to the bathroom. This is love, people. Now, again, almost threw up in my mouth. I don't know why she would do this to him. I don't think Phil ever wants to see anything on her feed about him lasting a whole minute doing anything, but it really speaks to how she views him and how she views their, dare I say, intimate exchanges. I responded that I think we're all aware what he needed to do. He needed to go to the bathroom and have some B time, some quiet time, some private time, some don't open the goddamn door, you stupid bitch time.
This
So-
was the best thing that ever happened to me.
I mean, you gotta hand it to him.
Oh,
He needed
God
his
damn.
alone time.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
fucking
hey,
hate you
hey,
so much right now.
yeah, Fizz, give him a hand. Give him a round of applause.
What the fuck? We didn't actually mean
Old
it.
man, are you giving me a standing ovation from the bathroom? What's that? What's that clapping noise?
That's nothing, sweetie. Just go back to whatever you were doing.
Yeah, Vash, I think he's masturbating in there. I don't know.
Oh, come
I-
on! It's still not working.
Oh, I was talking to my rash again. Sorry.
My dick is bugged.
I'm
But,
up to your shit, you stupid bitch.
You're not on those search results or anyone else's consciousness on YouTube, old man.
Well, you see, that's what KO gave me. There's something else to say to that.
Yeah, well, you know what? As far as this temple that I call a body, let's call that NO gaming. Because the answer is NO, old man.
That's not what you say when you're asleep.
I'm going to teach myself how to say no in my sleep.
Oh, god damn it.
You're damn right.
She gets all fucking sassy about it. You're damn right. All right. Anyways, so she tries to cuddle with him on the couch, which the way she talks about it, it sounds like a fucking rare event in the first place. So we might not be too far off. But then he's got to go to the bathroom. What's up with that? He's got to go to the bathroom. What the hell is that? You think he wanted to like smell himself or something? Is he going to like
Her
give him?
scent is still there.
He went to go give himself a pep talk. All right, you got this. Right,
Probably
the
only lasted a minute.
You got
He had
this,
cleaned himself up.
Phil. Look at me, Phil. You got this. Okay, you go in there, you make the move. All right, she'll pop those pants off, and you'll get a full view of what she's working with there. It'll be underwear time. This time, I can do this. I can do this. I got this.
You could even say his leave was premature. So
Ah. Ah.
It's not my fault it could only last 2 seconds.
Why? Why would you do that?
it was right there. I just had to fill in the blanks.
Somebody said that maybe he had too much fast food.
Probably.
God, would that be? Man, would he kill himself for that? He would. Oh, man. God damn it, Wendy's. What the fuck? All right, we've had a love-hate relationship, but this is bullshit. All right? I don't want to have diarrhea now. She was touching me. Now I'm going to come back smelling like onions and raw eggs. This is terrible.
Oh, that's the last time he gets a triple baconator.
Oh, man. Man, way to kill the mood. She's,
Oh, man, let's have not far away from each other time.
and he fucking goes and blows his ass in the toilet for 20 minutes. Jesus Christ, man.
Sorry about that. That triple baconator, it did agree with me. So, where were we?
This conversation is spiraling out of control.
I decided to go to sleep, old man.
You're telling me, Ghost.
Come on, dude.
Cat
That's
talks.
fucking bullshit.
Cat talk, sleeping.
God damn it, I'll have to wait another hour.
I learned how to sleep with one eye open, old man. And I'm learning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Speaking of one eye.
God damn it.
That's, you know what?
Sorry.
Fuck you.
Oh, well, I could always go and cuddle with the hamsters.
Oh, God.
Next topic.
All right, next topic. All right. There was a little bit of discussion about this, and I thought that this was good. Before we went on the stream, people were talking about this Fine Bros Entertainment trying to pull a Nintendo, yada, yada, yada. And I'm not informed on it, but some of the people in this call before we went live knew a little bit about it. So I guess people want to know about it. There's no person that's attributed to this in the doc, so I guess it's just anonymous. But I don't know. Thoughts on the Fine Bros? Let people know what's even going on. I don't even really know what's going on.
Well, I can go ahead and actually elaborate on that. I saw it just before too, and originally people thought that they're trying to copyright reaction videos because a lot of their popular series are based off of reaction videos. You have teens reacts, kids reacts, adults reacts, all that jazz. What they're doing is they've created this sort of like community called React World. And in doing that, anyone can go ahead and actually use their trademark series, such as kids reacts and adults reacts, and they'll help you out. They'll give you a format Bible. They'll help you out with producing it and everything like that. They'll essentially give you the license, in turn for some monetization on that product.
But
So
what's the license though? Is the license the ability to have old people reacting to shit or to use certain terminology?
The license is basically just basically copy their show. You know, if you want to copy their show in like a different language, you can actually go ahead and do that.
But say we wanted to do fucking Pandely and Phil react to, I don't know, some bullshit. Would they try to come after us because we didn't pay them some sort of royalties for their idea of doing reacting to stuff?
No. What they're allowing you to do is they're allowing you to use their already pre-established formulas and audience base for your own game. So they won't exactly go after you if it's like for Phil reacts. They won't go after Phil just because he's doing a react thing. They'll go after Phil if he does kids react in the same format that he does because, I mean, they've got the rights to it.
But format, you mean the format of the name or the format of the content? Because again, I don't know. How much information has come out? Like, how much do we actually know about all this kind of stuff?
I know Dragon Killer actually posted a couple things about it. I can find it real quick.
Okay. Because, I mean, if it's, listen, it seems harmless if it's, you know, if you want to directly rip off the name specifically, or if you want to use this portal, this hub that we're going to create. But if they're going after people because they are sitting down some old people in a room with the table with the laptop, they're going to watch it and they're going to give their reactions. I don't know how much you can copy that. I mean, that would be like SNL going after Mad TV because they're doing sketch comedy variety, you know what I mean? Like, that's a little too broad. So I'm wondering if, you know, to me, I think that they should have went the way of, hey, you're basically paying us so that you can get more exposure through our hub, and we'll sort of, you know, more advertising costs. And this, you know, I don't know, to me, and I could be interpreting it the wrong way, but I don't know, it just seems like they're trying to corner the market on reaction style videos. I don't know.
And this is a comment. This is what they said. And I'm just going to read it since it's short. Note, we do not own the idea of reaction videos, nor would we shut down anyone making reaction-based content. Of course, you can make your own React videos, but React World is an opportunity to localize versions of our specific series. This is also a way to create a community on YouTube of like-minded producers and fans who want to work together and benefit from the guidance and resources that we can provide around specific FBE shows that we are making available through the React World program.
Okay.
So it says, want to make a substantially similar version of Do They Know It or Kids React anywhere in the world, the structural elements, not the idea of showing people reacting to videos, in any language, and be given the use of our trademarks, a full Bible, guidance from the creators of the shows themselves, and be affiliated with one of the most popular franchises on YouTube, then license from us. Want to make your... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Structure is the term that troubles me. Structure of the show. The structure of the show is that they show a clip to somebody, they show the people on camera reacting to it, and it's basically the extent of it. And then they cut between people. Like, structure is a troubling word. So they're copywriting the structure of a show. So, like, for example, let's say that I don't know, Martha Stewart was let's say hypothetical. Oh, Martha Stewart is the first person to do a cooking show. The structure is she has the ingredients in front of her. She then cooks the stuff, and then she shows the finished product after, and then they roll the commercial. That's a structure. Now, I don't feel like she can copyright that. I don't know. The structure, that's the only term that bothers me. That's all.
Yeah, and I can definitely see that. And I guess we won't really know much until this is actually implemented too. Because this is all just thought out right now. We're not going to see it for like maybe a month or two or so, but I think it's just, you know, the structure of like, and it's weird. It says want to make your own brand new React show that has nothing to do with any of our series. You can do that on your own, and this license is not something you need. So basically, it's just a license to use the name React, Kids React, because, I mean, you'll already have a pre-established audience, and you'll already have, you know, the people who show up for Kids React and everything like that, and you get help from them, so, it's giving you exposure.
So could we make a show called Children React and have children react to things? Can we have like, because that's broad. I'm not trying to nitpick. I'm just saying that this is. Listen, I'm not a fan of reaction videos. Okay, like we kind of do some in a way, like a live Let's Endure is kind of like a reaction video, but it's not like offloading it on other people and potentially having it scripted and all that kind of shit. So I'm not a big fan. I don't care at the end of the day. I just, they asked us about our opinion, and I'm just trying to formulate one based on the information I'm being given. Um, I I don't know. It just seems like they're upset that that it caught on. Look at I mean, look at people that do food reviews, right? Everybody now is doing food reviews in their car. Does that mean that the first person that did it is going to try to fucking bully their way, corner the market, and make money off the fact that people are doing that? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I could see that frustration too.
I mean, those guys are incredibly successful. They should just be happy that other people are, getting some sort of lifestyle for themselves too. I mean, this license, did they move forward with this? Like, can you actually like this is how much it is and all that kind of stuff? Did they work all that out, or is this just in the planning process?
I think it's just in the planning process right now.
I'd be interested to know what one of these licenses cost.
I think the license is actually free.
So then, wait, what?
I don't know. I'm checking to see if they have it open. Oh, wait.
All right. Well, how about this? If you find something, we'll react to it. Well, hopefully we don't get sued or whatever, or copyrighted because we're going to react to that. But I don't know. We'll figure it out. And if possible, we'll, I don't know, talk about it some other time. If you can find something, let us know. But
okay. Yeah, well, they've launched it, and I go to their website, of course, and it's join. Make your own React shows. They have an FAQ on it. Load that. What shows can I license? Kids React, teens React, adults. Why should I join? You should join React World if you want to make your version of our shows with our permission, guidance, and promotion. The difference between the reaction genre and the FBE owned formats that are your licensing. And they say there's an entire genre of reaction videos online and an unlimited number of ways to make this type of content. We do not hold a copyright on reaction videos overall. No one can. Okay. React World is about licensing FBE show formats.
Okay,
so yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. I didn't want to get too far into it. I just, like I said, people asked about it, so figured we'd do it. Quick heads up, Mr. Loophole is here. Mr. Loophole, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Sorry for being so late. I had to attend something important, but yeah, hey, what's up? I'm doing good. How's everyone else doing?
Doing fantastic, man.
Happy to have you, and I'm sure you're excited for the Let's Endure coming up here in a little bit. About a half hour until we do that. We want to do 2-hour podcasts and however long the Let's Endure is going to be. On with the Let's Endure, please, says Axel. Hold your horses.
Oh,
still
hey,
got
you're
some-
Loophole. I know you. I read the comics.
Yeah. And like you're a huge fan, right? A huge fan.
Huge
You know more than everyone else.
that loophole trivia, huh?
Yeah. How big
Don't
is my
spoil
dick?
things for us, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Let's put text up on the screen.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. But don't actually spoil anything.
Yeah.
Robots.
This movie is about Darth Vader.
Dark Vader. Excuse
Dark
you.
Yeah,
Vader.
Dark Vader.
Wait,
It's like
what?
Dark. Yeah, Dark Vader.
He
Part
said
of the
Darth
dark side.
Vader.
Yeah,
He said Dark Vader.
Dark Vader. Yeah.
Are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
Nope.
I'm done. I'm out.
I like Dark Vader. Come on.
I said when I was 5, I said Dark Vader because I didn't know what the fuck Darth meant.
Well, what is a Darth? Come on. Let's be honest here.
That's a good question. And Dark makes a hell of a lot more sense.
Yeah. Yeah. When I was a kid, I called him Dark Vader. I also referred to Hulk Hogan as Hulk Hogan. I thought that was his name. I didn't know it was Hulk Hogan. I actually was disappointed when I found out it was Hulk Hogan. I thought it was Hulk Hogan because it just, sort of rolled off the tongue better. So
Oh, he's like the Hulk. He's big.
Hulk Hogan. Yeah.
Oh, Hogan.
Those are
Oh.
those vitamins.
Hulk Hogan.
Those vitamins. Count those ABCs.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan. All right, let's finish this up and we'll get on with the Let's Endure. Let's see. I think we basically ran through the Phil topics. Do you think Sammy Samosa supplied Peyton Manning with steroids / juice submitted by Garris? Maybe.
I don't even know.
High quality juice, man. Let's see.
He's got
Well, it's
something
vitamins.
coming out February 1st, so I'm excited for that.
Oh,
shit.
great. Perfect timing. All right, perfect timing. What do you think of Phil's quote unquote review of Star Wars Episode 7 submitted by Garris? Who in the world here could possibly give their take on Phil's reaction? The Phil reacts, the one to end them all. Who could possibly give their take on something like that?
Go on, AJ.
I don't know jack shit about Star Wars, dude.
You said I thought you were a huge fan.
I never said that.
All right, yeah. So I watched that stupid video, and I've been hearing about the movie review stuff that he was gonna do, and I knew that they were gonna be bad, but man, you can really tell it really does not feel like he saw the movie at all because he did not give anything special. He did not give his own special view on the movie. He did not say what he actually thought of the film. It was just things that everyone kept saying over and over about the movie itself, and it was like everything that everyone has already said about the movie just regurgitated in his viewpoint. And it was really dumb how it was called a reaction video to jump on that bandwagon of the reaction stuff. It was just a lame like synopsis and just regurgitating again stuff that everyone else said. And it was really bad, and it was really badly edited too. Just jump cuts everywhere, something he said he wouldn't do, and it was really, really painful to watch.
But Loophole, what about that Snope? He's like Voldemort with French
Yeah,
fries.
Yeah, just to show that he really fucking watched the movie. And he also claimed he knows more Star Wars than most other people, and he says he knows what's gonna happen. He calls one of the
Damn
main
right.
characters. He calls him one of the main characters Snope when the guy's name is actually called Snoke.
Well, no.
So-
The reason, the source of all of his information is Snopes.com. You see what I mean? So he knows what's going to happen, what's
yeah.
not going to happen.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
He knows the death, when it's gonna happen, all that shit.
Yeah, Death Vader. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a bunch of dumb stuff they got wrong, and as expected, but it really did not feel genuine at all, and it was pretty bad.
Now
Say
I
it
gotta
least.
know. This is the most important thing. All that other stuff, fuck all that other stuff. What I need to know, Loophole,
Yes.
is that thumbnail.
Yeah.
That thumbnail to start the video, the first 5 seconds. An opportunity for you to catch your breath, to really, you didn't know if you were ready when you press play, but now you have a chance. It's like peering out of the door before you jump out of the airplane. You've got a chance. He gives you that 5 seconds. He gives you an out. What do you think? What do you think about that image?
It was fucking stupid. It was so fucking. So he had a stupid ass little face.
Little
God,
face. He looked like a
the little
crackhead, didn't he? Hey,
Yeah,
you
he
know what?
does.
I'm gonna
He
get
was like
that
a
picture.
bum.
I'm gonna get that for Moogle, and maybe we could like put that on screen right now.
Just the picture. I'll put it up.
I'm just like throwing a bunch of shit to Moogle. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, but I'll put it on screen. Fuck it.
It's
Yeah,
fine. It's fine. I put every other thing on screen. Might as well put this one.
Yeah.
Too.
What I love the most about that was when Phil was saying, like, well, I'm glad that they put in a cliffhanger, but I need some resolution in my movie.
Yeah, that was fucking stupid.
That's
Like,
pretty
his whole-
hypocritical of him, because he left a lot of his playthroughs cliffhanging, like this
He
guy,
left-
for example, and
he
Parasite
left-
Eve.
He left Project 7 cliffhanging.
Yeah, exactly. He's a fucking hypocrite.
I mean, and his reasoning about it was phenomenal. He's like, well, just so if I don't see the other 2 films, I want to know I got a complete movie.
He's gonna see them, or at least he's gonna talk about it and make a fucking video off of it. So, that's bullshit.
Yo, look at that
All
font, man. That is some PowerPoint fucking font. That is the title page of your fucking freshman year PowerPoint. Look at that.
I don't like the way.
Let me save the image here and pause the video.
You're gonna have to zoom like fuck if you can.
That looks on his
I will. Hold on.
Freshman multimedia shit.
Fuck yeah.
that looks like the look he got when Panda Lee was trying to cuddle with him on the couch.
Up. It was like a Pepto-Bismol ad. Up. Heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
This is a goddamn clusterfuck. Holy shit.
That
There's not enough
personality.
typography.
There we go.
What font? Does anyone with the sharp eye? Does anyone know what font that is? We should start making these like SoK
Looks like a
reacts.
Premiere Pro. Looks like Premiere Pro.
It probably
It is Premiere
has
Pro.
that. It's probably like the default
me.
fucking font.
Vegas World Order. It is one of like the defaults, like the big flashy ones. There's a bunch of
Yeah.
yellow ones.
Saber. Someone.
I
said
remember when I was testing Premiere Pro, I saw a font like this. So, yeah, he is using Premiere Pro.
That looks like the cheapest one.
It is pretty cheap.
It's Chiller font, obviously.
It's Comic Sans.
Comic Sans.
It's Comic Sans. Well, we got to get the Comic Sans alert here.
God damn it. But anyways, yeah. Okay. It's got to be an Adobe Typekit, DSP, blah blah blah. Okay. The face he makes is his reaction to Wendy's for $4 meal. I gotta get me one of those.
Wait, 4 for $4. Is that 4 of everything on the menu?
So let's just be honest, though. Okay, let's say that you were to somehow stumble upon this in search results. Are you gonna click on this fucking guy? Like, this is what he presents you.
It looks generic.
Dude, look at the look on his
generic.
face.
It's a
And stays there for
clusterfuck.
5 seconds.
What is that? Like, that's, and I think that the reason why he's putting these stupid still images up for the first 5 seconds is so that it'll pop up as one of the auto-generated thumbnails that he could just click on and use.
It doesn't help either. Like, I swear, every time I see a video that has the ratings disabled, I'm like, nah, fuck you, I'm not watching this shit. I don't know why. It's just an instinct that I have. I'm pretty sure everybody has that shit too.
Well, AJ, all right, shame on you, because he says, listen, even though the ratings are disabled for an unknown reason he refuses to divulge to us, that you can still thumb up the video and it'll still help him. Don't listen to those idiots who are talking out of their assholes, as he literally said. They don't know how, we don't know how YouTube works, and therefore the fact that he's disabling the ability to see the ratings is not a problem, and that you should still, pretty please, thumbs up the videos. Now, I'm sure that seeing dislikes disabled really makes people want to thumbs up a video, huh? But anyways, this is a big problem. And the reason why I'm just calling attention to this thumbnail is, again, this idea that Phil is going to get organic growth by new people coming and watching his shit. The only people I could see clicking on that mug to hear what this man has to say is people that are looking for like exploitable people so they can fuck with them. Auto-tune the news type of people, or fucking, people that are like looking for a laugh at someone's expense. It doesn't look like somebody would be like, "Oh, this guy, I bet he knows what he's talking about."
His eyes follow you if you move around.
Honestly, this picture's starting to creep me out. It's like some sort of creepy pasta.
I told
like,
you, dude.
This is like what this must be what the people like. It's like the Vigo painting from Ghostbusters 2, man. It just creeps me the fuck out. Yeah.
Apparently the font is Arial.
I mean,
Get out of here! What?
That's not Ariel. That's not Ariel.
No way.
That's what people are saying. Well, that's what Winstar is saying.
I mean, if that's the face that Phil gave Liana when she has to cuddle him, then that explains why his personality is a little bit wooden.
Let me open up Photoshop and see if this is true. I want to see if this is actually.
No, I'm not gonna let Fizz slide with saying that. How fucking dare you, Fizz? You're not getting away with that. You're not gonna pollute the damn airwaves with that. You son of a bitch. We're gonna get shut down by the FCC because of you.
I had to get one more in. I'm sorry.
No. Yeah. Well, at least somebody's getting something in, right, Fizz? I mean.
Don't believe this fucking guy's lies.
God damn it, Fizz.
In all seriousness, though, and I'm going to try to say this as delicately as I possibly can.
Sure you are.
When you look at this image, does that look like the image of a socially and mentally well-adjusted human being?
He's a jovial young man who has a bright future ahead of him and has a head on his shoulders.
He looks like a fucking retard.
Literally, his head is on his shoulders.
Damn.
There's no neck.
See, that's why I was trying to be gentle about it.
He looks like he hasn't showered in weeks.
Yeah. He's been too busy watching the movie, man. He can't bring himself to do simple daily tasks. He has to think about the movie all day. It's to ponder.
He looks homeless.
He does. That's like a bum fucking hat.
The shirt looks
Does
dirty.
look like a bum. Yeah, he looks like a bum.
He's got some fucking like Baconator grease stains around the collar of the shirt.
Oh.
He's got bacon neck on the collar of the damn shirt. Good God.
There's no neck there, man. It just goes from his round ass head to his shoulders.
Why does it look like he has hair on his neck?
That's
He's
probably
a
his
neck
chest
probably
hair
does.
reaching out and grabbing his neck.
That's not hair. That's dirt.
He's getting strangled to death by his chest hair. It literally looks like he's got like a necklace with a huge medallion on it made out of chest hair.
This shit looks like
He
a
really
fucking...
needs to shave that shit.
Or it looks like a bunny poking out of his collar.
Dude, this shit looks like a goddamn fucking mugshot.
Kind of
That's what it
does.
fucking looks like.
Now all we need is a side shot.
You know what? It'd be very easy to piece together this photo because he always does it in the same spot. Like to get rid of the Star Wars thing and just piece together the rest of that wall. Because the camera's always in a fixed location. He's always in the same spot. You know what? That's my project. I'm going to piece together this photo. I can't get rid of the Phil Reacts, but I could get rid of the Star Wars logo. And I could turn this into Wait, actually, Phil Reacts will disappear. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this into like a mugshot or some shit. It's gonna look fucking crazy.
This
Good.
picture just freaking creeps me out though. It's like those freaking creepy pastas where like if you look at the image for too long, suddenly you start seeing the photorealistic blood and then the demon that is dark side Phil attacks you in your sleep.
The demon.
I'm telling you, man, move
Yeah.
around. The eyes follow you.
God damn it, Ghost Dragon. You need to shut up.
Loophole was able to provide us with a bigger, more high quality image. And Moogle, if you would, all right, indulge
I
me
hate
for
you
just a
so
second.
much right now.
Moogle, would you please, pretty please, zoom in on that face? Like, really get the face. Really get that in there. Please, please,
Just
please.
give me a second.
Not the face.
Like, really get the face up in there.
Use the
I
high-res
want the
version?
people. Yeah, use the one that Luca put in the chat, and I want you to just really come in on that face. Yes, people,
Come in.
come in that face, Moogle.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
X videos sponsored by.
This is it'll be on Pornhub. Well,
Yeah.
Phil's already on X videos, so
So
He's got
zoom in on his face. You said? Hold on.
yes.
I feel bad for anybody who's got the screen full screened.
All right.
a little
Make
bit.
use of that 4K monitor.
Yeah. This is 60 frames per second.
Phil in 4K.
I'm trying to. It's.
You can do this.
Jesus.
You can do it, Moogle.
Mm.
Am I close enough to it yet?
His
Let me
lips
see.
look fucking retarded.
There we go. That's perfect. That's
What the fuck is that shit?
No.
That's what I'm looking for right there. That.
Nope, you definitely need to get closer.
This person.
Get closer.
Need to
you
get
say?
all that
Okay,
head.
hold on.
I swear, if I can't sleep because of you guys, I'm gonna be pissed off.
All right.
Oh,
Like a man who
you wanna
just
click
gave
on
up
that
on
guy?
life.
Look
Tell
at
you
it. What is he doing? He looks like he's holding in a fart or something. Look at
Well, I'm gonna kill you all.
Donate to my Patreon, okay?
Look happy. Looks like he's about to say like an F word, like fuck. I don't know what he was doing. He like where does he? Why does he do this to himself? It's like this would be like something we'd pick as an image for him and put it in a DSP tries it. Like, why did he do this? He couldn't find a better image.
It looks like he tried to hook up his goatee again because it looks kind of slanted.
His lip looks like a person doing the what's that dance where you kind of like do the wave with your arms?
the nene.
No. No, it's not his doing the whip or the nene, all right?
I'm gonna
Watch
think
his
of
lip, watch his meme. How about that?
Now that I think of it, don't his eyes look red?
No.
No,
He's
Brown.
not he's smoking that wacky tobacco, right, Kama?
I was thinking he was smoking some weed.
that's the air that made his back feel better.
Yeah.
Yep.
He overdosed
His
on
lips look like sideways.
Oh god.
God damn it. All right, that's it. Off screen.
All right, back to the game.
Okay, that's it. You know what? Nope.
That's
And he-
enough.
Damn it, Fizz, you're fizzing off too much.
He breathes through that mouth just like that one on Snake Strider.
The way you said that was worse than you fucking made it out to be.
All right, that's it. We're done here.
That's it for
Nah.
the show. We've overstayed our welcome with this shit. Is there any other...
To be fair, I was just reading what DSP's back doctor put in the chat.
Fuck you.
Oh, that fucking back doctor. Yeah, that piece of shit. He's no good for anything. He didn't even give me my copy of Seattle Air.
All right. There's actually a miscellaneous topic. This is actually funny because I wanted to throw this over to our buddy here, but I didn't want it to be like all cheesy, like, oh, so blah, blah, blah. But we've got a miscellaneous topic here about Mr. Fizz. Mr. Fizz, what are you fizzed off about?
How no one appreciates good puns when they see it.
Fuck off.
I know what Fizz is fizzed off about. Phil and Leanna having sex.
That's why you wrote the fan fiction, right, comma?
Oh.
Oh, hey, I'm not the one who's been making all them innuendos all night.
Whoa.
Pisses himself
I
off.
I just made puns. You assumed them to be innuendos. Says a lot about you.
It could be both.
Nah.
Coming from you, Moogle.
Hey,
Mo-
hey.
Moogle, chill.
Well, look, man, when you heard about this whole Phil and Leanna thing, I'm pretty sure you fizzed yourself. So, he fizzed,
God damn it.
fizzed his pants. So,
Shit.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, that about does it for this fucking podcast. Thank you guys very much for coming to the shenanigans. I feel like we're just getting started, but I also feel like we need to make sure that we part our time responsibly, get this long Let's Endure done, make sure that you nice people can go on with your day. We'll go on with ours. So right about now, we're going to stop the podcast. We're going to take a few minutes, sort of reset and get water and all that kind of stuff. And we'll do the Let's Endure. Kingdom Hearts 2. So.
I'm fun.